So here's what I want you to think about growing your business. Strategy. I think like an entrepreneur all the time. I get a gig. This is crazy. I write to a man from the other side of the world. I think it was Australia. Yes, that's where he was, Perth, Australia. So I find out that he is a retail expert and he lives in Perth, Australia, because I'm online, you can find anybody. This was many years ago even. And I thought, well, you know, he lives over there. I wanted to actually speak in Australia more. So I said, well, maybe we can share resources. Your competition is your best source of referrals. So I thought I can get him some speaking engagements in areas that I am, because I was speaking in retail, get him over here. So I sent him a message and I said, his name is John Stanley. I said, John, I'd love to share leads, see if we can help each other, build some joint venture alliances here and refer. And I really have built my business with powerful joint venture partnerships like that. Just casual conversation. I'm going to help you, Jay. You're going to help me. We're in the same market. You have the same clientele as I have. You know, and so I said, well, what countries do you speak in? He said, I speak in South Africa a lot, believe it or not. There's a lot of business there. I'm like, oh, South Africa, oh my gosh, critters. I love critters. Lots of critters, big 5 critters. So I'm like, oh wow. So I said, can you refer me? He said, sure. So he sends an email to the conference to meet me in for the keynote speaker for the Garden and Landscape Association. And so it's a South African Garden and Landscape Association. I had never spoke to a Garden and Landscape Association, but I know marketing, right? If you got a chance to travel, would you tweak what you know, right? So you could be multi-dimensional. So I went, that's great, I got the gig, they're paying me good money, but now I don't want to spend all that money on that safari, because if I go, I may never go again. And so I doubled my fee. Want to know how I doubled my fee? Got my asking gear. Write that down. Get your asking gear.
Your ask.
Ask, ASK. So when I got the keynote, I went and asked the conference coordinator, do you know somebody else that could hire me to speak, maybe to do a workshop while I'm there? And they said, yes, there's actually a garden and landscaping franchise. Let me connect you to them. I said, great, I'll come in, I'll do a full day workshop for them. Doubled my fee. I went, this works so good, let me try it from stage. So I'm up on stage doing the keynote, because you always have to have a call to action, guys. Always have a reason and a goal in mind. So a call to action from stage, even though I'm doing the keynote, I'm finding a way to get another opportunity. So a keynote means they pay you to speak. You don't usually sell in the back of the room, but you can, what I call seed, right? So I seeded to get another gig. So I said, well, I worked, doing a workshop here at this other organization. And I said, when I get back from the safari, I have one day, I could actually come into your organization and help your team be better leaders. See, because I had done a lot of research. I didn't come in green, I did some research. And I found out the #1 problem they had is they had such a growing market that young people were being forced into management, and they weren't comfortable being in a management position. They weren't self-confident, they didn't know how to put themselves out there, they really needed confidence, they needed some skill buildings, some really help in getting together as a team. And so a gentleman came up to me and says, I'd love to come up, I'll pick you up after your safari, and if you go and pick you up right at the airport, take you there and talk to my team. And then I gave him a price, and he said this, well, we only have 17 people. Now, what does that mean to you?
Cost per head.
He wants a budget, right? He's got a budget. I said, no problem. It doesn't matter if you have 17 people or 1,700 people, my price is the same. But if you don't bring me in now to help, how much is it costing? You have no idea. Those are your frontline people. How much is it costing you? Those 17 people will be costing you thousands of dollars. See, I felt that from my heart. I knew this. It wasn't even selling to me. It was a conversation based on some information I had. And I said, if you bring me back later when you're in a worse place with your team, you have to fly me all the way from the United States back again. It's going to be really expensive. This is like a one-time opportunity for you. Even I can go to my room after and I'm like, I can't believe I said that. Especially when it works, you're like, whoa, that was good, right? When it doesn't work, you're like, okay, well. So he says, sure, tripled my fee. Okay, so this is just ideas, guys. This is how you think out of the box. You look for opportunities. You get your asking gear. You look and you ask and you think, how else can I serve based on what my skills are, what my expertise is, and how can I come and bring a superstar to that organization? So just make sure when you do it, you don't get too close to the animals, if that's where you want to go. That's a whole nother story right there.